Hello, hello, and welcome back. Blessedly, at the end of the week. We got one more day. just the Friday, and we're home free. Welcome back, everyone. We're here again, back with Star Ocean. As you know, as we do around here, where we just plow through a single game at a time. I was actually just thinking about it earlier. I was like, maybe I should not just play a single game for extended periods of time. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that would help build an audience better. But then I was like, yeah, but I want to. So we're just gonna deal. But yeah, obviously we're back with Star Ocean here. I am feeling a little bit tired tonight, so it might be a bit of a shorter stream. But I should actually be able to squeeze in another stream tomorrow. So even if we cut it early tonight, it's a whole extra day to move along. So, remembering how we closed out yesterday, we just pulled in. Oh, I haven't turned on the desktop audio. That's fine. There we go. I thought for a second that I had left myself muted and I was like, oh no. But no, just the desktop audio. That's not as bad. It's not as bad. So yeah, last time we just fished up Ashton, the dragon-backed unfortunate fellow, out of some mines, bringing him to be our fourth party member, which is very exciting. I like Ashton a lot. So I'm now going to be playing as Ashton from here into the future. So yeah, but we also now have his side quest to continue and accomplish. But first, I realize we're gonna have to work through his skills. What? Why do you have so few SP? Boy, that feels unfair. He did not start with as many SP as everyone else has earned thus far. He gets the short end of the stick. We'll just hammer through determination, I guess, and go pick up a bunch of tier 1 stuff. Thanks for the cash. Since he just doesn't have that many points at the moment. Biology, aesthetic design, can't afford that, but we can't afford all this stuff. One. Okay, I'll take the 2. Take it. Okay. Alright, well, that's all we got. That gets him moving in the right direction, at least. Well, we'll go fish up some more actual levels. And then oh, right, fast travel. That's a thing. Alright, time to poke about and do some private actions, actually, first. No, that's not what I meant. Hey, Kappa. How's it going? That's the button for private action. There's the button. Hey, there he is. How are you feeling today, Kappa?
Hey, Raina, help me out here.
Are you continuing to convalesce?
You sound miserable.
That's good.
These guys want me to buy this antique helm. I told them no, but they won't stop pestering me about it.
Just okay? I mean, okay's better than bad. Brr. Hey, it's animated. Look at that. Kind of amazing that they animated those.
What did they say?
They said it'd be a really good item for all three of us.
So they
how
say.
much does the helm cost anyway?
Take a look.
I guess we could afford that.
31,602. Good grief.
No, it's a bit too expensive.
Well, that's good.
See? I told you guys we can't get it.
31,000. That's crazy talk.
What are they saying?
They said don't be so cheap. You're always buying things for yourselves. How about buying something for us for a change?
It's 31,000.
That's true, but it's not like they have demonic dragon accessories down at the corner shop or anything, guys.
Okay, I don't even feel bad. Freaking asking me to spend 31K. I'm definitely not doing that. That's like all of the money. Why was there's a side quest icon in the shop? What are you two doing together?
This is pretty nice, don't you think?
It is, but don't you think this color would look even better on you, Celine?
Oh? Then how about this one?
Yeah, I like that.
What are you two looking at?
What are you two looking at?
Ah, Raina.
We're looking at jewelry, of course. Salva's a mining town, so there's a lot to choose from.
The handiwork isn't quite as good as the stuff you find in Cross, though.
Boy, savage.
Were you expecting otherwise?
I mean, kinda.
Wow, you two really like jewelry, it seems.
You'd think that they would
You, Raina?
pull in an audience to make stuff if they were the source of the gems.
Oh, I'm sure she does. She's a lady after all.
Sure.
Yeah, I like them too.
Huh. You know, I bet a sapphire would look good on you, Raina. It'd match your hair and everything.
What about an emerald? That's the birthstone for May, you know.
You can never go wrong with a diamond either. That would go pretty well with your complexion.
How would... Okay, I'm not gonna ask.
Why don't you pick out a stone
How does a
you
diamond go
like?
well with
I
complexion?
have a little bit of spare change, so I'll buy one for you as a present.
Wait, what? Oh no, I really shouldn't.
Just casually buying diamonds.
Oh, don't worry yourself over it. Think of it as a gift from your big sister.
Sure, the birthstone.
Well, emerald is my birthstone.
The emerald it is.
Yeah, everyone should have at least one piece of jewelry with their birthstone.
Excuse me.
That
I'll
seems
take
so
this
odd
one.
for Ashton, but you know, whatever. I guess. What do I know?
Ah, the emerald. Thank you very much.
Oh, the emerald. She's just like
Are you sure this
the
is all right?
snootiest salesperson.
Oh, don't let it bother you.
Yes, of course.
Hey, Celine, how about me?
Nice try.
Buy your own emeralds. Ooh, an emerald ring. Wait, I actually think that's actually really, really useful. Emerald ring. Isn't that the one that reduces... Yeah, it reduces MP costs. Well, hot damn, that's good stuff. Bam. Reduce those mana costs on the healer. That's always a good idea. Wait, there's a side quest here? Where's the side quest? Here. Are you the guys that got rid of that dragon? You bet. Well, sort of. Actually, we haven't quite gotten rid of it. We did get it out of the mines, though. Ah, stop being so modest. Here, take this. Think of it as a reward. Sick. Nice. That's a big boost. Harley's got a private action. Presumably with Ashton again. Yup. We gotta catch up with the new party member.
Handkerchief earlier.
Good for you.
I think this is the house it belongs to.
Ashton, why are you talking to yourself? Oh, wait. I guess he's probably talking to the dragons. I guess when you have two additional parties that are tagging along everywhere you go, talking to yourself suddenly becomes a lot less weird.
Excuse me. Is this your handkerchief?
Oh, yes, it is. I thought I lost it.
Don't. That's not the voice I expected.
You look weird, but thanks a lot. My name is Eleanor.
You look weird. Yeah, it does. You're right.
My name is Ashton. Don't lose it again, okay?
Okay.
Or I'll kill you.
See you around.
Hey, Ashton? You're a traveler, aren't you?
Yep, that's right.
Is it fun?
Huh. Well, that's kind of hard to say. There's a lot of fun stuff, but it's definitely no picnic. In fact, I wouldn't be looking like this if it weren't for all the traveling I've done.
So I think it's really
Why do you ask?
funny that they were so committed in keeping with the original sprite work and the original sprite style that they maintained a bug, so to speak, in old style sprites where they just mirror the sprite when they need it to go the other way, which most of the time you don't notice unless you have a dude with two differently colored dragons on either side of his back, so that depending on which angle his sprite has to be looking, you'll see the dragons switch sides. It's a thing that was like the same back with the original Zeldas, like the old sprite Zeldas. With Link, you'd see, you'd see him switch shield sides depending on which way he was facing. And now they just kept it. They didn't even bother to fix that with sprites, which is really funny to me.
I was born. I haven't seen anything except for what's outside the window. So I thought, if I can't see the world for myself, then maybe I could hear all about it from lots of different people.
Oh, I see.
So I wanted to ask you, can you tell me about what the outside world is like?
Horrible. Don't go there.
Sure. I'd be happy to tell you everything I know.
Really? Thanks a lot, mister.
It's horrible. Oh, apparently I can still talk to him. Hello, I've been
Raina,
eavesdropping.
I'm glad I ran into you. I was just about to go look for you.
Where are you? You're in somebody's house. You're in a random person's house.
I overheard the whole conversation. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop on you.
Listen, Raina, do you think
See?
you could cure
Dragon
Eleanor's
switched
sickness?
sides.
I mean, not being able to leave your bed your entire life, that's just sad.
All right, I'll give it a try.
Oh, dragon switched sides. I switched back.
What are you doing?
It's all right. Don't worry.
It's not working. I don't have enough power to cure this.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No. It's not your fault, Reina.
I'm sure that is quite disappointing, though. I mean, well, it's probably quite disappointing even for, you know, actual doctors to be like, boy, I sure can fix a lot, but not this one.
Sorry. I guess we don't
Sorry.
have enough power to heal you after all.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. I gave up on it a long time ago.
Tragic.
I had all kinds of doctors trying to help me. I'm just happy I got a chance to talk to you.
Oh, we still have one. They're not yet. Oh, okay. We've got another one here.
Reina! It's Eleanor! She's in trouble!
There's
Calm down, Ashton. What's the matter?
something about Ashton's voice that's just a little bit goofy.
She's gotten a lot worse all of a sudden!
We've got to do something.
I'm not sure what it
I don't
is.
know how much it'll help, but I'm going to do whatever I can to help her. Get a doctor over here as soon as possible, all right?
Sure!
He's right now he's just yelling all the
We've
time.
done everything we can for her. I'm afraid she doesn't have much time left.
Tragic.
Oh, why does my child have to suffer?
There's got to be a way. Isn't there anything else we can do?
I'm so sorry. But for the most part, we've exhausted our options.
For the most part?
Yeah, I guess that must be it.
Yes,
I can just catch some
So
kind
wait,
of tonality
that
in
means there's
there
at
that I'm
least
like,
something else left to try.
that's
yes there is. But there's no chance whatsoever of it actually working.
well, then that's not much of an option, is it, my dude?
That's fine, just tell us. What do we have to do to save Eleanor's life?
What? Well, not whatever he's talking about, because he just said it has no chance of actually working. Not like a little chance.
Spellian legends, it is
No
said that
chance.
An herb called Matorx can cure any illness. If we had some of that, then perhaps.
So this Matorx herb, we'll be able to help Eleanor if we find it?
I don't know. I've never heard of Matorx outside of the old folk tales. I couldn't even tell
Yeah,
you
you're
if it
pointing out
actually
the like
exists
sounding
or not.
affected rather than it's like really close to sounding natural, so it's only like triggering my ear for vocal affectations just a little bit, but I think you're right. Like it's just enough that I'm like, sound a little bit weird.
But without that Matorx herb, Eleanor has no chance.
I'm afraid it would only be a matter of time for her, if that's the case.
Oh,
Are you awake?
Ashton, where am I? What am I doing here? Why is it all dark? Is it nighttime already?
It's all
Poor
right.
Ashton.
I'm right here.
Huh? Why do you sound so weird, Ashton?
See? Even she can hear it.
Crying
We
or
all
something.
hear it, Ashton. Stop it. Get some
No.
help.
It's nothing.
Oh, I guess I'm just imagining it. Say, Ashton, will you come to see me again?
Of course I will. Why are you even asking me something like that?
I'm glad. I had a really scary dream just now. I dreamed
Oh,
that you,
she's still going.
my mother, and everyone else went away all of a sudden. I was all alone and it was so dark.
It's all right.
Really laying it
Eleanor.
on thick here.
You are not alone. Not alone at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, this room full of
That's
strangers.
I'm all
Also your
tired
mom.
again. I guess I must be getting sleepy now that I feel better. Do you mind if I rest a little bit?
Oh, of course not. Sleep well.
Good night, Ashton.
Would you know of a place where this Matorx might be found?
That makes sense, Kappa.
Not exactly, no.
It's only when he gets
But
the
based
feels.
on what the folktales say, it can only be found on the mountain where the breath of the phoenix flows.
The mountain where the breath of the phoenix flows?
Let's go, Ashton.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll just go to this place. We have no idea where it is. Just mystery locale. Yeah, I know where
We aren't gonna
that
accomplish
is.
anything if we just stand here and second
Probably.
guess ourselves. Let's go see if we can't find the Matorx ourselves. What's there to lose?
I mean, a shit ton of
Yeah,
time,
I guess
potentially.
you're right. Let's do it, Reina.
Okay. Bye. All right. Now we can actually go get to the side quest for Ashton. Whatever. Just thinking, maybe I should have checked the equipment shop. No, I was like, who cares? Yeah, let's ransack the place. Steal all the goodies. So, have you found any exciting treasures? You? Home, Celine. Would you like some rest? I mean, sure, that's not actually what I came here for. I guess maybe it's not these guys that I need to talk to. Maybe I don't actually care about anybody, and maybe I just want the books instead. Trying to remember. Here we go. Wait, where are the books? Oh, here are the books. I suddenly just realized that I used to know where the books were, and this doesn't look anything like it did in the originals. I'm like, oh, right, that's why I don't recognize what I'm supposed to look at. And I figure... So we're tattooed, found that the head gains special powers. Powerful spells, blah, blah, blah. No, what we want is the on-exorcism. He who's been possessed by an alien form shall find the solution within. Wow, very straightforward.
Hey, this is it! I found it!
Let's see what it says. The exorcism of a monster must be carefully performed depending on the type of creature possessing the victim.
Dragons. What's it say about dragons?
Dragons!
To correctly exorcise a dragon, one must capture the king's tears as they fall from the sky into the holy silver chalice.
And where would we find this silver chalice?
The silver
Or the
chalice
king's
sleeps in its
tears?
maternal womb, embraced by calm, tranquil waters.
Waters? So what, is it in the ocean or a lake
This is
somewhere?
the stupidest metaphorical bullshit. Just where is it?
Could it be referring to Lake Cole, the one on the northwest side of Cross?
But what about that maternal womb bit? I don't get that.
Me neither, man.
That must be referring to the mountain palace. It's right next to Lake Cole.
Why? Why? You know, we'll roll with it, but
Those
why
seeking the king's
must it be
tears
referring
shall
to
embark
that?
upon a treacherous path to the mountaintop and brace for any challenge.
All right, I get that they're supposed to be giving us a cryptic quest based on something, but like what we are reading is like stupid ass prophecy stuff, right? Like this is prophetic nonsense, not how you write a book about exorcism. It was like, oh, if you find yourself possessed, you'll find the answers within. That should be like, you know, go buy some rosemary, grind it with a mortar and pestle, stick it up your nose, you're good as gold. Like, that's what you expect out of a book that's like, I got your back. We have to go find, like, a one-of-a-kind random-ass silver chalice in a singular location that has presumably been, like, tucked away and hidden there specifically for the purposes of this book? And then what? We go get it and, like, that's it, right? No one else can ever be exorcised of a dragon? Like, that's where we're at. One person on the planet can be exorcised of a dragon because once you've recovered the silver chalice from this stupid metaphorical place, like, that's it? Or is the magic that it's a matter of will and thought? So, like, you read the metaphorical bullshit and you're like, it must be this, so you go and get that, and because you believed it to be the case, that makes it so. Like, oh, I bet that's the silver chalice they're talking about in my cupboard that I have placed amidst, I don't know, ham. And you're like, maternal womb, ham, it's about the same thing. It's probably that. And so then you get it. And you're like, it has been given power by your will. And then you're like, oh, I need the king's tears. Like, what the hell is the king's tears? Apparently on a mountaintop. So, like, well, you gotta go slap some royalty around until they cry into your chalice. What do they need? But yeah, maybe you gotta put it back when you're done.
King's tears from the sky. It's talking about some kind of mountain bird, maybe.
on the back of the silver chalice, you get it, and you turn it around, and it says, "Be kind, rewind." It's like, okay, we'll put it back once we're done. Make sure that it's set up for the next one.
Then it could be the Lascus Mountains west of Cross. Supposedly,
You're
it's
just
the home of some
relying on the
giant demon
goodwill of
birds.
others to keep the chain going.
The tears will be yours once you grasp victory from the ruler of the skies.
It's
What
only
next?
polite. It's true.
Return to the birthplace of the dragon monster, bring the chalice with the tears to your mouth, and recite the following incantation.
And then I'll be free, right?
With screams of agony and pain,
I don't
the
believe
demonic
it for a
dragon shall
second. This
vanish
is
from
the
this
stupidest plan in the world.
Creepy and Weepy will be killed?
I find it extremely tragic that apparently these stupid names have stuck. Like, we're just going with it.
Is there really a need to go that far?
Well, what about me? How about my feelings?
I don't care
No
about your
one's
feelings,
forgetting that,
Ashton.
Ashton.
Oh. Sorry, Raina.
It's just that it seems kind of cruel.
I didn't care.
Oh, come on!
Guess the cuter side of the argument's winning, huh?
I mean, to be fair, they all went into the mines to slay the dragon in the first place.
Oh, poor guys. They don't deserve this.
We went there to kill them in the first place. What is
it
what is
with you
happening?
guys? Why are you using this tearjerker stuff on me?
Agree.
Well, we can't help it, can we? Listen, how about we just keep you as is?
I finally figured out how to get rid of this thing. You think I'm just gonna let it
I
go
don't
like this?
remember them calling them that. I believe they had maintained, like, Japanese names, I thought. Like, I remember them having just, like, a couple Japanese names that, like, I had no way to, like, know the whatever pun or whatever they were going for with them. They're just like, oh, they're just some names.
Well, in that case, let's head to the mountain palace and get the silver chalice first.
Hold on,
Everything else?
let's look that up, because I am curious. Anchors. Star Ocean. Ashton Anchors. Birthplace, story. sphere. Not that. Two heads communicate via growls and hisses. What is their name? Ah, there it is. Yes. That's the names I remember. It was Gyoro and Ururun. That's it. I remember those names.
Well, in
Gyaru,
that's pointless unless we have that in hand.
not Gyaru, Gyoro, and Ururun. Objectively better names than Creepy and Weepy.
Ashton, nothing. Never mind.
I like
It
those
seems
names
so
better.
wrong to have an Ashton without Creepy and Weepy.
Bleh.
Why are you doing this to me? I'm the victim here.
The mountain palace is on the northwest side of Cross. Let's go.
Huzzah. Oh, right. We have to go to the castle first to get permission. That's right. It's funny. It's funny how much more, like, screen space Ashton takes up than any of the other ones. Because when he's moving, the heads go to the side and they're just, like, taking up so much space. Oh, now that I'm in control, you can see the dragons pop side to side because of the mirroring of the sprite for expediency, but it doesn't quite work when you have different colored dragons on the heads. Gyoro onomatopoeia for staring. That's one that I'm not as familiar with then, because I usually hear staring as like G as the onomatopoeia. Gyoro. Gyo. Well, the thing is I bet there is another onomatopoeia for a different kind of staring. I'm just not immediately familiar with it. I mean, they got a lot of onomatopoeias, you know? So it's not surprising that there's... Well, and like Ururun is another one that's definitely... Oh, wait. Definitely another one that sounds like an onomatopoeia. Well, actually...
I have come to make a formal request, Your Majesty.
I feel like yeah, Ururun might be a crying noise. Well, and I do feel like Reina probably does call them that, but then everybody's like, boy, those names are stupid, so they call them something else, right? Like, they just go back to Gyoro and Ururun, which makes more sense. Well, regardless, we can all agree that Creepy and Weepy are terrible names. And I prefer the Gyoro and Ururun.
Oh, whatever for?
To exorcise the dragon from this man's body, sire, we must venture inside the mountain palace and obtain the silver chalice.
It's actually sort of interesting. I was just mentioning this to the wife the other day after we had watched Spirited Away. And how in Spirited Away, if you watch it with subs, and you hear them speaking in Japanese, there's occasionally that they will use English words regardless. Like specifically, the smith, not the smith, he's not a smith, but alchemist guy in the basement, Kamaji, I think is his name, if I remember correctly. They're going inside, and he says, gudulaku, which is, amusing. And I was commenting on how it's unfortunate that in English, it's so, it's relatively uncommon to use, especially Japanese or something, but as this sort of accepted second language inclusion. But I suppose there are some Spanish words and stuff that gets tossed in, but you can't just replace with other language, because if you then translate that whole movie and you also translate good luck as just keeping it good luck, you lose a little bit of the nuance of having had it originally been English good luck in Japanese language. I feel like this is sort of similar. It's unfortunate that they just felt it was absolutely unacceptable to maintain their Japanese names or something. Whereas I would have preferred that they just kept those names rather than moving to creepy and weepy. I'm I don't really care for that. Because that's something that's very commonly, I feel an unfortunate failing of translating to English, is because there's a lot more space in Japanese especially for names to be acceptable names, but also still be tied to additional meaning. Part of that, of course, is because they can involve kanji, but also using onomatopoeias, because of the more limited syllable set of Japanese language, you can have crossover between those two things without it just seeming super lame. Also, I am now dropping frames like nobody's business. Hold on a second. Am I noticeably dropping frames? I don't know why. I blame YouTube, because I already had to restart OBS because it was shitting the bed. I think I might have weathered the worst of it. Yeah, and so it's they localize it all the way and try to keep this premise of we'll associate the names with these characteristics. We'll call them creepy and weepy. But translating as creepy and weepy does not maintain those two names as potentially viable names. They're goofy ass names. They don't feel natural or decent at all. They have not bridged the gap between character trait and name. They're just stupid ass character trait descriptions. And it's unfortunate that there's not a particularly stellar solution to that.
Beware, however, for the palace
because I don't know, what are you gonna do? We don't have names like that.
You must exercise extreme caution beyond its doors.
A parting gift for your journey.
Is it money? It's money.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Alright, now we can just jump up to the mountain palace. Yeah, we can. Fast travel for the win. Doing so much fast traveling is going to make me miss out on the opportunity to go fishing, however. Can I fish out here? I mean, while I'm here. Oh, Castlegate Carp. I think that's new. Come on, bite up. There you go. 2. Bonus. What is using the chum do for me? Does it, like, increase my rewards? Oh, I did pull 2 out again. Glass Lotus and a Castlegate Carp. Glass Lotus, big boy. Nice. Speaking of big boys, look at these shadows in the water. Biggins. Also some not so biggins. What we got? Cross Carp, Mountain Amago. Carp. Okay, what do I have a bunch of spares of? How about these Mountain Amagos? Catchable fish. Oh wait. I don't need these. I have caught everything here yet already? Is that what I'm looking at? I have in fact caught everything in this location. Oh, look at them just perishing, giving me free XP and money and teeny tiny little billets. Hey, bro. Yes, you have permission from the King of Cross. Please feel free to enter. Well, don't mind if I do. Oh no, this is totally different from what it was before. I mean, this place has always been pretty tough to find your way around, and now it's like, it's totally different. Ow. Ow, my health. I don't know where anything is. You know, there's a bunch of items I want. Boy, Claude just likes to use air slash, doesn't he? It's his favorite thing, apparently. Just go crazy back there. Ring of healing. Hold on, that sounds pretty good. Oh, what's that purple amulet do? Oh, reduce time to escape. I don't care about that. For HP after walking for a time. Yeah, I thought that might have been it. Okay, well. Multi-fight. It's a boss. I don't love that. Owie. There we go. We all good? Oh, okay. Same thing. Second time. Sure. Stop shooting arrows at my face, please. Ah, my bones! You're doing great down there, Claude. Thank you. Continue distracting him expertly. Thank you.
Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10.
Oh, what's fishing do for you again? I mean, it catches fish. it can also pull up treasure, but mostly it just catches fish. There is now a new space alien trader person who wants to, like, buy fish. Yeah, they'll buy fish from you, and also they give you special items based on how many total types of fish you have obtained. So it's like a collect-a-thon where you can also sell your extras.
Here they come.
You ready for this?
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else that you get out of it, seeing as it's totally new in this version of the game, but... Or, I say that. It might have been in a previous remake as well, but it's in the remakes and not the original. I don't know what is going on exactly with it. I've been paralyzed. Send help. Help me. Help me. Help me, I'm paralyzed. Help. I am beyond help. I'm simply stuck here for now.
Anyone hurt?
I'm glad everyone's safe.
Ooh, nice. Big whole pile of resurrection elixirs. You know, one of the best things that they added in this one is the fact that fights are no longer truly just random. I really appreciate that many RPGs are just kind of choosing to move away from the idea that, like, you know, like, yeah, just you'll take some steps and you'll just end up in a fight and then you'll just have to deal with it. Because that really is just, I guess, detrimental to your desire to explore. Like, I don't want to explore the dungeons necessarily if I'm just going to get into fights constantly. Like, at least if I see what is around, I can choose to avoid them if I want. Okay, so this is back at the entrance. So we've done a loop.
There's no way around.
Be careful.
Ow. Okay, well, I'm paralyzed again. This is my life. Don't worry, you got this, Claude. I'll just continue to tank. Hey, I can still summon my ally. Here, I'll let her deal with it. Good job, Claude.
Well, I'd say that's worth
Just gonna
10
hang
out
out
of 10.
here.
Oh yeah.
Sword of Life.
Seems like a fight is
You ready for this?
Well, yeah. Well, and the thing is that the original Star Ocean also did have options for, like, manipulating the likelihood using the scouting skill and stuff, which helps, but it's just like, I just want to be in a little bit better control. Like, that's all. Just a little bit. Oh, no, not all of them did that. Plenty of them were just like, this is too many goddamn fights. Please cut that shit out.
Too easy.
Easier than I thought.
Plenty of them were just like, this is so unbearable. Constant string of fights.
You ready for this?
Here they come.
Well, I don't know why those guys are such, like, clowns. They just have, like, no health.
That was easier than I thought.
I'm quite happy with this.
Yes.
Yes. feeling like the right direction. Oh, no. Another chest.
We can win this. Is it?
Can't see.
Nice one for us.
Fairy elixir. I think that cuts the prices down at a shop. Essentially emulates the appraise all skill, which I have anyway. I'm looking forward to getting Welch in the party because I never had Welch in this game because she was introduced in the remakes, releases, whatever they want to call them. Well, I'm paralyzed again. It just instantaneous. One hit, and I'm like, I'm stuck here. I'll use this again. Please. Please remove them from my presence. Thank you. Man, we pick up a lot more materials, I feel like. Since we just get some as we walk around. I might need to do a round of just crafting random shit to, I don't know, to clear it out of my inventory and to get credit for having made it. Alright, well, this feels like the place we're supposed to go, potentially. So let's go elsewhere. There's other places yet to be explored.
You ready for this?
Here they come.
Don't you paralyze me. I'm gonna come down here with Claude, and we're just gonna team up. There, see, that's much better. Team effort.
I'd say that was 8 out of 10.
I don't know why he feels the need to score every fight.
You ready for this?
Now I'm poisoned. Oh, for crying out loud.
That wasn't too bad.
These weapons are quite terrible at breaking. They do not do a good job of dealing with shields. Surprise.
You ready for this?
The enemy, is it?
Go on, do it.
How'd that one feel?
Alright, you know what? I'm not a huge fan of the Northern Cross. What was the other option? Cross slash? This break focused. Oh, although I can use this one at long range. Maybe I should keep that in mind. Let me see how that goes. Just bump that up. Did not. Oh, not you, Reina. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, well. I don't need those. Handy that they allow me to get those back attacks against very weak fights.
I'd say that was 8 out of 10.
It wasn't. It wasn't tough. Come on, guys.
You ready for this?
Here they come.
What are you doing over here? hanging out in the corner.
Too easy.
Than I thought.
Now we're...
Dang, he's just raking in the points. Alright, hold on. I can't help it. Crafting. Success rate is 90. There's 4 things. So use 4. We've made things. Here dolls. Heavy ring and onyx earring. Handy. Sure, make 4 more. More weird dolls. Also, hefty ring plus. Can you make the last thing, please? Does that failure count? Of the accessory? No. Oh, we all do make different things.
We can handle this.
Waiting ring pluses. Increases attack. Pretty good. Ooh, nimble fingers. Nice.
Here goes.
Just make a bunch of shit. What do we get? Weird dolls, amulet of freedom. Hey, nullifies paralysis. That's helpful. Wait, our success rates with all of these are still very good.
We can handle this.
Oh, nice. What do we got there? Nullifies instant death. Restores MP. It's also nice. Hair clasp.
Here goes.
Ooh. Spell damage plus. Interesting. Max MP up. Love and care. 30% chance of having assault gauge consumption when using assault. Ooh, that's neat. Hey, look, she got everything. Yeah, just make some gold stuff. Find out what we get. Bracelet made it a gold. There's some protection. Where is agility? Well, now we're out of gold.
We can handle this.
It's all the same thing.
We can handle this.
It's interesting to be able to see spell damage inflicted on the wearer into HP. Oh, it has an 8% chance to break. Interesting.
We can handle this.
Bracelet of Gambling. Randomly changes the amount of damage inflicted on the wearer. Randomizes damage taken. What? Crown Plus. Offers no protection. It's just fancy. Okay, so we know that these can turn into something. Interesting. It does sound potentially horrific. You are correct. Alright, what happens if we try to do this?
Here goes.
Is this... Surely that was a joke. What the hell just happened? I combined brass knuckles with rubies, and I got lady fingers. Is that why it was white? Because it's not actually a meaningful combination? Is that what we're working with? We gotta use the yellow ones because they turn into actual things? Is this what I have learned? I believe that is what we have learned. So we can check. Nothing is yellow, which means we're not making anything meaningful. That was bizarre. So, I mean, I guess I could just crank out some of these books, right? Like, is that just a thing I can do? If I just make 10 of these books?
Here goes.
Can I just use them? Like, is that how that works? The mental science +1. Okay. So it only goes up to 7. Why only up to 7? I don't know. I guess just in general, the books only take you up to 7. Interesting, though. That's good to know. Especially if I can just buy a shit ton of fountain pens somewhere and just crank up our skills early, I will end up with an absolute surplus of SP by the end, but I mean, might as well do it, right?
Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10.
What's the harm? I can just get free skills.
Be careful.
You ready for this?
Please don't paralyze me. They immediately paralyzed me. It was not an instant after I had said that. Take that. Just gonna lay here for a while. Come help Claude, please. Hank. I spent so much time paralyzed now. Why is this my life here? Foot insignia plus. What the hell is a foot insignia? God, I have a lot of items now. Good grief. Is it not here? Is it not an accessory? It looked like an accessory. Oh, there it is. Mystical charm imbued with the powers of the warrior. There is the attack and hit rate. Also increases MP. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hit, avoid. Let me see here. Foot insignia. That's a lot of attack. You'll love to see it. I can't help but like just keep mirroring the dragons because it amuses me. Make them work hard. Make them switch sides over and over again. I have missed. He's so whiny. Ow, 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 ow.
How'd that one feel?
Everyone's safe.
Nice.
Thanks for providing more ugly accessories. I have just a backpack full of ugly accessories. X-Clip Kit. Yes. Oh, is that... Are kits used for crafting? No. It is not in the list of things to craft. Okay. Whoa, I get to pick what support item I craft as long as I have a mechanics toolkit. Dude, that's awesome. Machining was a huge pain in the ass. Powerful explosives that are useful in combat. Bombs that aid in combat or portable items that help avoid battles. Can I just naturally make... Like, what about his abilities? I guess those would be in the portable items? It's like, maybe Claude doesn't have one. I know Priestess does. And Opera did. Maybe that's a different option to craft the skill kits. Because Opera would also have the ability to craft weapons for herself. Or she should. I don't know if that's a different line item. They really have smoothed out the crafting. The old crafting was really fun, but it was just like so much randomness. And like you just kind of had to hope. And sometimes it was horrible. I don't know if you remember, but when I was playing when I played the original on stream before, there's one of the VODs that I came back and I mentioned that I had spent time off stream just crafting the shit out of stuff to try to get some of those rarer items. And that had taken me, like, I was using, I was on a ROM, an emulator, and so I was using speed up to make it more bearable. I think I put in 50 hours of crafting, technically, by game time. I didn't have to use 50 hours. I was just, like, watching YouTube, cranking through materials. But I think I put, like, 50 hours of crafting game time. And, like, that shit is unbearable. And so I am pleased to see that they have dramatically improved the crafting from a, like, usability standpoint. Because that shit was brutal. I mean, granted, I have not sat down and tried to craft any rare materials thus far. But the simple fact that you can select to just make more than one at a single time and then skip the little animation, boy, that alone puts it just miles ahead of what it was. It's the ability to just be like, please craft 20, and then being like, did I get the thing I wanted? No? Okay, that's fine. Moving on. That helps a ton. I'm so sad that they actually are calling them creepy and leafy. I'm so upset.
That wasn't too bad.
Man, I really don't actually have that many party slots left, do I? I got the 4. If I get Welch, that's 1. I feel like I should get Bowman because I didn't get Bowman last time I played. Oh, but there's also Diaz. Diaz, since we're playing Rena, I mean, we gotta get Diaz, so that's at least Diaz and Rena, or Diaz and Rena, Diaz and Welch. So that's for sure 2, leaving us only 2 more slots.
Not too shabby.
I didn't get Bowman last time, so I feel like I should get Bowman. And I guess Noelle? I don't know. Well, we'll work with who we know for now. You don't remember Bowman because I almost never used Bowman. I just don't really... I hadn't really been that interested in Bowman. So Bowman you can't get if you get Precis. And I always thought Precis was more interesting. So a lot of times I would get Precis, but even without getting Precis, Bowman is like kind of a whatever. Bowman is the professor from Linga. The thing is, of course, that I hear that there's been, you know, some decent efforts in balancing characters and things in this. And so there's more party members that are hypothetically viable. So, you know, might as well give Bowman a try. Since I so rarely ever did, I'm not even really sure what the hell his move sets are. Bowman is the more legitimate martial artist. Because Bowman, like Reina, uses like knuckles or claws or gauntlets as weapons. But whereas Reina is, you know, just a healer. Like, she doesn't actually use the gauntlets to fight. Bowman actually is the frontline fighter sort of thing. With gauntlets. Which, you know, that's cool. I just never really used him. He's a little bit vanilla. A little bit blasé. But because of the fact that I so rarely get him, and I definitely did not get him last time I streamed going through this game, or the original of this game, it only feels right to give him a chance. Trying to change the party as much as possible. Well, the other save point. I'm not actually sure which way is the correct way for our boss fight this time around. It's a biggin. I've been turned to stone. Hold on, that's a bit of a problem. Also, Claude's been petrified. Hold on. Hold on a second. We've got an actual problem here. We have an actual problem on our hands. We only have a single stone cure. Damn, that's a big break. Don't worry, Claude, I got this. You just hang out there, all paralyzed and shit.
Nice work.
Way too weak.
This one's my turn.
I'm quite happy with this.
Mental drain, that can be helpful. Ah, this is actually the way we were looking for. I just bypassed the other one because I thought that was where we were looking for, but it wasn't. I should go check if there are some chests down there. Yeah, because so this dungeon's sort of interesting because it actually serves two purposes, and I believe that the fact that it does serve both purposes is why you can only have either Ashton or Opera in your party, because both Opera and Ashton's side quests bring you to this dungeon. But I don't think they wanted it to actually serve both purposes in a single playthrough. And so I've been petrified again. Well, it's up to you, Claude. And so I think that's why you only are able to get Opera or Ashton. Which, I mean, other than that also, I mean, it just makes sense to have some restrictions because it increases party diversity and makes it more interesting for, like, playthroughs again. But that's one of the big things that I see. That I've never got from the OG? Not that I have never got. There are some that I use far more than others. Noelle, I, like, never use. I never use Noelle. Noelle frequently ends up in the party, but I just never have him actually doing combat-related things. Because the thing about Noelle is that Noelle is very, very similar to Reyna, because they're both, like, healer-based casters that use gauntlets as their primary weapon. And the thing, of course, is that you get Reyna, a main character, from the beginning, and then you get Noelle, like, late in the game. So it's like, why would I ditch, you know, Reyna, who I am generally attached to as our healer, in order to use this random-ass goofball who just showed up? So, like, I just have never really used Noelle in the party, but he has been in the party, just not in active combat. Similarly, honestly, it's a lot of the ones that show up, like, way late that I am less inclined to use. Chisato, I common times also don't end up using. She's a slightly harder to get character, but I still, you know, pull her in relatively often. But, like, I don't usually use her in combat again, just because, like, I don't know, her moveset never struck me as particularly compelling. She fights with a stun gun, which, I mean, is cool and whatever. I'm not surprised you don't remember Chisato. Yeah, and then additionally on top of that, Leon as a caster, I have a tendency to not use too much, partially because of the whole issue with casters in general in the original, in the sense that because as a caster, a lot of their spells have cutscenes, essentially. They just slow down combat, which was a pain in the ass. They don't do that anymore, which is good. But Leon's main issue over Celine was, of course, that you got Leon later in the game, and so by that time, you were, like, deep into territory where all of the spells were taking you forever, and so you'd already be in that sort of, like, alright, I'm getting tired of your bullshit stuff. Whereas Celine at least got an opportunity early on in the game to have some spells that don't require cutscenes. Leon shows up and he's already like, all my stuff takes forever. And you're like, okay, Leon. Hit the bench. Could somebody freaking kill these, please? Thank you. Oh, hey, you're unparalyzed somehow. Well, great. And then Ernest is another one that is less commonly used. Ernest is pretty cool, though. I like Ernest. He's just a huge pain in the ass to get. Like, as we saw last time, when I missed the cutscene necessary to get him, and we just missed out on it. Like, I had Opera. I just, you know, did not get Ernest because I biffed it. Ooh, piercing blades. But yeah, generally Opera is my favorite. I always love to... Why do you have exclamation marks? Why are you telling me, like... Do I just have a shit ton of points and they're like, hey, dumbass, improve your freaking skills? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, okay. I don't like Northern Cross. Give me the piercing blades instead. Improve the skills. That is quite a few. Ah, dude, that's expensive now. Ooh, 226. Boy, they really changed the skill point economy. Holy crap on a cracker, that's a lot. Good grief. These go up so fast. Holy smokes. Jesus. Kind of helps motivate leveling up more of the things at lower levels in order to make more of your skills, like your crafting skills, viable, though. So that's kind of nice, I guess. Oh boy, it's so expensive. Courage. Effort. Bring up mental power. Sounds kind of nice. Damn, that's a lot of points. Hey, blacksmith can now be used. That's the fancy shit. Oh, I had not yet learned Fairyology. Might as well. Alright, you're still missing some stuff here. You didn't even get a single level in a few of these because they were expensive. There you go. I believe you have every skill now, at least a little bit. Special arts. I mean, I guess I might as well bump up Twin Thrust if I'm still using it. And piercing blades increases more hits. God, that's expensive. I do still like that it's so much easier to actually invest in your spells and things to improve them, simply because previously you just had to use it a shit ton. Like, the only way to make them better was to use them hundreds or dozens of times, and that could be a real pain. So I'm gonna crank the shit out of that hasten speech. Alright. They're happy now? I used all my points. Is this still a new area? Where am I going? I don't love that I keep finding meat in this cave. I don't think I want that meat. Oh, nice. Unique spot. A strange laboratory. A laboratory operated by the royal family located within a labyrinth. The nature of the research here is unclear, but it is not a mere vacation home. You think? Maybe there's something they need to keep quiet. Oh, that's pretty weird. For the 500 XP. That's pretty rad. Oh yeah, I love fishing up various sorts of foodstuffs in a musty old cave and or dungeon. You know, it's essentially the same thing. That shit's delicious. I can go under that. I wasn't sure if I could. I've been avoiding them. I'm already lost. Okay. Wait. Did I go up this way? This place is a really big dungeon. Actually. Yes, I did go up here. Well, yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying a bit ago on the last, I don't know, maybe the first time that I started playing this. I think it's funny because this game and the reimagining, if you want to, or the rearrangement of the music is doing a funny little mental trick that I had the Halo 2 Collector's Edition doing to my brain as well, which is like they've kept the music like so true to the core aspects of the original, right? Here, so true to the original while actually being now rearranged with like an actual orchestra, right? Like listening to the arrangement tricks me into thinking that that's what I heard in the first place. Like, oh yeah, through my nostalgia ears, that's the same music. Like, yeah, because it's that combination of nostalgia and just being like, at the time, it was like, no, this is just what game music sounds like. So you didn't think of it as like, oh, it's a little inferior, it's a little MIDI, so it's kind of tinny. You sort of like filter all of that out as you're listening to it. And it's just like, it's just the experience. And the thing is that this now gives precisely the same experience, but not actually sounding the same. But your brain, like, you believe it to be the same experience because in memory it was the same, but it's not the same. It's new and improved, but you can't even notice that. Or at least that's my experience with it. Halo 2 Collector's Edition did the same thing because it remade the cutscenes. And I was like, oh yeah, this looks exactly like the cutscene. Until I was like, wait a second. These graphics are way better than Halo 2 would have had. And so then you check what it looked like originally, and you're like, oh no, this is entirely different. But the animation and story beat in that was so close to the original that I was just like, yeah, this is the experience. The state of hype about the situation hit the exact same note as the original. So I was like, yeah, that's the same experience. It's the same thing, but it's not. And the music in this game is doing the exact same thing to me, where it's like, yeah, that's the same music. It's not the same music, but it does the exact same thing to like my emotional state as the original. So like, I don't even notice.
That was a lot easier.
Which I think is kind of a cool trick.
Now I'm one step closer to getting these monkeys off my back.
Screw you!
Look, can't you think about Creepy and Weepy's feelings for a moment?
Oh, come on! What about my pain? My
dude,
sadness?
Like,
isn't any of that getting through to you?
Ashton has a legitimately fair point here. Like,
let's try not to pick on Ashton.
Everybody is like, Ashton, we do not give a shit how you feel. The dragons stay. Like, it's like, what? Guys, come on, man.
I shouldn't have thought it was gonna be so easy.
Let's go, Weepy!
We can win this. I hope.
These guys can. I hate these guys. Freaking cut that shit out. I'm not sure. Is there anything indicating when we? Oh, I bet we have to break. Thank you, Reyna. Okay, that's a lot less annoying, actually. That has become a more legitimately interesting mechanic. So those particular enemies, I think in the original, they were simply untargetable, like either in motion or just for long swaths of time until they like start taking an action, and then you can hit them. I think they've made them into a more interesting combat encounter now, because it looks like they're immune to physical attacks. And so you have to use magic in order to break, and once they're broken, they're targetable by anything. I think that's a more engaging mechanic in this rendition, rather than them just being like this this feeling of random chance of how you have to get through their guard. You just keep swinging and hope.
I guess if you look at it from the monster's point of view, we're basically coming in and messing up their lives.
What do you think, Creepy and Weepy? Do you hate us?
Screw you, Ashton. Hey, Dragon. How do you feel?
They said they're not sure, especially since they feel bad for the unlucky person they wound up being stuck to.
Oh, see, look at
That's
that.
pretty
They're not
funny.
so bad.
Sounds like Creepy and Weepy understand you more than anybody else.
What the? Why are we talking about this again?
Calm down,
It's like,
Ashton.
wow, the dragons care
We
more
need to
about your
stop
feelings
searching
than
for
we
the
do.
king's tears
Well, would you
nest.
look at that? I guess you can't get rid of them, can you, Ashton? Because they're nicer than we are. Why is Ashton here, man? I'm like, you guys suck ass. I'm out of here.
Out with the bad luck, in with the good. Let's get going.
Oh, can I fast travel out of dungeons? Wait, I'm not done. In the Mountain Palace. What else is here? What do I need to do? I feel like I've been here for eternity. When do I get to go home? Oh, maybe there's just an event when we walk out the door. Can I actually... No, I can only fast travel to the exit, it looks like. It's alright, we'll hoof it. You know, I can't help but notice also that it looks like unless I am scouting for more encounters, the enemies in dungeons do not respawn. Because I've killed everything in the dungeon now. Like, they do not appear to be coming back. I just get the run of the place unless I choose to scout in order to farm. Which, honestly, I love that. Like, that's great. Yeah, there we go. Another little conversation on the way out.
Is finding the king's tears, but where would that be?
Up some dumbass mountain, apparently.
I think the book talked about a mountaintop and some kind
Yeah,
of bird
see?
too.
Some stupid bird.
The only mountains around here are the Laskus Mountains. We can find them west of Cross.
We're just going to assume that it's all on this continent, I guess.
I bet that's the place. Let's go check it out.
Sure. It's just the most MacGuffinest quest ever. But that's okay. Oh. I did not go there, so we're going to have to run. Is Salva or the city? Let's do the city. Yeah, we'll just go freaking... We'll bop the king. We can get tears out of that. Oh no, I know how to guarantee some freaking tears. Just roll up there and like freaking pluck his nose hair. That'll make him cry. For sure. Hey look, the Lasgus Mountains. Yeah, but I find it interesting that these two dungeons exist. The Lasgus Mountains and the other one. Just because, like, if you don't get either Opera or Ashton,
It looks like we can climb
you
up
never
on top
come
of this.
to these. And actually, I think Ashton's quest is the only one that comes to the Lasgus Mountains. Like, these are just totally optional places. You can just not go there, and you can just play a whole playthrough and be like, what the hell were these places for? Like, what is the point of them?
You ready for this?
Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10.
Wow, look how nice that looks. Oh, is that gonna be that Metorex?
Ready for this?
Come back here, you little bugger. You bastard balloon. I spent most of my time there dazed. Looks like a fancy herb if I ever saw one.
This is it. We got it.
Let's get this back to Eleanor right away, Reina.
Sure thing.
Boy, they didn't even give me an indication that that was a thing I needed to look for. That was not marked as a side quest. That's just out here. Man, even once they had updated allowing, you know, quests to be marked, they still let that one fly under the radar. That's crazy. Where's this going? Oh, there's just an exit over here. Okay, but where does this go? Hold on, I'm curious. Does this just come around the back? It does come around the back. What's the point of this place? We got any chests over here? We don't. This game has always been a little bit weird, just because, like, there's so much extra world map, and it's like, we don't ever have to come to this desert under normal circumstances, but now they've actually incentivized exploring it a little more, which is cool. Oh, some fishing. We got ourselves some chests. Star rubies. Ooh, nice. We got some fishing opportunities. Come on, man. There you go. Two-star sardine. Here, how about a mountain imago? Can I catch something bigger? Some of them big boys. What we got? It's a desert dab. That's not a big boy. Hey, that's a chest. Blackberries. I don't really need that. Okay. Alright, come on. You're striking out here, you mountain imago. Give me that big boy. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. Get on the damn line. That's a chest. That's not a fish at all. Question mark armor. Ooh. It's probably lame. But we can hope. Pixie mackerel. Hey, that's a new one. Alright, hold on. Do I have something that I have big? No, okay. We'll go back to the small guy here. But then also, can I turn on the chum? Give me the big boy. Give me the big one. I demand a big ass fish. That is 2 not big ass fish. These guys, look, I see them. I see them. Big shadows lurking about. Whoa! Black Knight Dab. Alright, I think that pulled in, yes, all of the catchable things here. We've done it. Celine says I've done it. It's my line. Some ruins? The ruins in the desert. There remains of a city lost to time where scholars work diligently to unravel the history sleeping within. It is said a master of fighting with 2 blades honed his skills here. You mean like Ashton? I got Twin Splicers Plus. Converts 5% of damage inflicted to MP. Neat. Okay, what else we got over here? Are these the same set of fishes? It is. Same fish, nothing new. Nothing to be seen. I see a chest. I see a giant monster of some sort. Also, I gathered a crystal. That's neat. Okay, so that appears to be a world boss of some sort. And I mean, I am a little curious about how horrible these red guys are. I haven't had a chance to tango with them. I'm going to come back to that, though, because first I'm going to check everywhere over here. I see a chest. Beta idol. A lot of attack items I've been collecting here. All right, big boy. Bring it on. Let's see how badly this goes. Raids. Extremely powerful foes that appear only on the world map. Unlike other enemies, they cannot be so easily defeated. Victory will offer special rewards. It is not possible to flee from these battles. Bring it on. What do we got? It's a giant-ass robot. Oh, dear God. Well, those numbers are excessively large. We'll just go ahead and give up. Let's just go ahead and load the game we just saved. All right, then. Oh, I didn't save after the most recent item pickup. Let's go get that chest again. Let's just go ahead and leave the desert, because that has not gone well. Those are late game activities, I believe. So in other news, I've been working on redesigning my forearms similarly to as I did with the upper arms. I am, however, having a bit of a struggle with how I want it to end up. I had something going where I'm at now, but I don't think it's panning out as I wished. It looks too heavy. So I might have to drag you in, Kappa, and bounce some ideas off you at some point soon, because I'm not totally sure what I want to try to do with that. Holy crap, I simply have infinite mana now. I can just do whatever I want with mana. Holy crap. Well, good. Yeah, well, so on the subject of art and character design, so I also was talking to someone today about a potential commission in the future. Like I'm not looking to commission really particularly soon, or like even, you know, this year or something. But I was kind of in talks with a potential 3D artist, because I think next year I want to get some sort of weird commissions. That's a lot of XP. Weird commissions done, in that I might want to have somebody help make better materials for me to use, as well as to find someone to make a new face, because I can't make a new face in Unity, and I would like to find someone who can make a face that has more expressiveness, right? Because that's maybe my most limiting factor at this point, is because I'm using a Vroid face with sort of the AR kit add-on, but that's sort of only, like, that's a limiting factor that I have. Like, I can't adjust the way those shape keys manipulate the face. That is something beyond me. And so I'm already paralyzed. And so I'm thinking that next year I'm gonna maybe try to track somebody down to make a new face specifically, and like model a new face with more like robust expressiveness in it. Because, you know, I do have the benefit of simply being able to just like replace the head. Like, since I'm in Unity, I like, all I need is a head that I can just like freaking remove and replace, and like I can work from there. It also has the benefit of likely being far less expensive than trying to commission, like, a whole model thing. Like, that's certainly a benefit. Yeah, so I'm not as sure that the person I was sort of in talks with today would be the right person to make the head, because they seem to do a lot of VR chat avatars that they do what's called splicing. So like they'll take existing models and like cut and like splice things together from multiple different models to make something new. Which, you know, I'm all for that, but I don't know if that will be the right skill set to make... Whoa, that guy's going crazy. The right skill set to make, like, a face that is expressive specifically in, like, a way that I would like. And, like, the sort of direction that I want to go. So I think I'm going to have to try to find somebody else for the face. This person, however, is extremely good at making, like, tech-themed shaders and materials. So they would be the right person to potentially get me better materials to work with, because I would really like it if it wasn't so it's like my materials are there's I have to use a lot of them. They're really, really basic. So like I would love to be able to get better functioning materials, like for all of the glow that I do, you know, across the various portions. If those were a little bit more complex or a little less flat, you know, all of these things could be done much better. Or if my flat black parts, like if they had a little bit more detail on them, like when you get really close, you can see that there's something actually there on the flat planes and things, stuff like that. But those are things that are likely relatively inexpensive to commission, and if I have a few of them, I think I can then understand, like, how that style is being produced, and I can probably iterate on it. I just need to get some, like, seed materials that I can understand and, like, see how some of these effects are actually accomplished. Anyway, Monarch's Roost. Zenai's nest is found in the peaks of the Lasgus Mountains. What does this monstrous bird, ancient ruler of this land, want? Why is it familiar with the twin dragons of Salva Mines? The Bestiary 3. So yeah, I think that's something that I'm going to try to look into next year, just because, like, that's sort of the direction I see needing to go in order to continue to elevate what I can do with the model, right? Like, I have sort of moderate tweaks that I'm still making now to make the model more interesting, but I'm sort of starting to reach the limit of my skill set, and I'm going to have to start looking at other ways to incorporate, you know, like, other people's skill sets. Hold on, I'm trying to plug in my phone. There we go. And so that's kind of what I'll probably look into doing next year. Until then, I'll just have to continue doing the best I can. It would also help make my head dramatically more efficient if it was not like 100 different objects mashed together and it was simply a single object. That would help, but you know.
Zine, never thought I'd see you again.
Oh, Ashton's apparently possessed at the moment. Weepy Ashton.
Ashton?
I don't think I realized that was an option.
Hard times, forced to possess a mortal. Where is the mighty dragon that I once knew?
Yeah, well, and the thing is it's not even that they aren't my favorite. It's that, like, I just don't have skill in them. More so for the materials and shaders. Like, materials I work with, I just do it in a much more basic level because I'm not even sure, like, where to look about, like, how do I make this effect that I want to accomplish. The modeling of the head thing that's fair. Like, that's not my favorite, but also, like, the main problem with that is, like, the level of skill for doing like an expressive face. Like the level of skill that I would be happy with is something that I can't effectively iterate on this model. Like I would be like the basic starting point is unacceptable to me because I just like it would like, you know, bring down the overall quality of my model if I tried to make a fix and then put it in and it's like, nope, that's not very good. And so like the amount of time I would have to spend iterating and learning is just like, I don't want to do that. Freaking find somebody who can do it properly out the gate and then move on with my life.
Times have changed.
So yeah, the modeling portion is something that I'm like, yeah, that's not my favorite. Well, and then the other thing that I would like, if I could find a good 3D modeler to do the head, would also be to see if I can get them to make more, like, intricate polyhedron, like, tech shapes that I've been, you know, mashing into all of my various things. Like, I made those in Blender, and if I could just sort of shortcut to somebody else making some, like, interesting sort of, like, tech shapes that I can just mix and match and apply and you know, iterate on would also be kind of nice. Because I also imagine that that's a lot less expensive to have somebody do a few of those than to try to do, well, the whole model. Because, you know, there's a lot more going on in a whole model.
Pathetic. How can you unleash even a fraction of your power in this puny body of yours? Not that I expected you to overcome me, even at full strength.
So there's something interesting going on underneath this enemy. I'm kind of curious if they had to make new sprites, I guess, essentially. Because if you notice, you know, all of the sprite work, like the enemy over there, is just flat, right? I mean, they're just like a flat sticker guy. But you notice his shadow is functioning like a legitimate shadow of something in that shape, which is kind of making me wonder how they managed to pull that trick off. Because, like, is that... And it's moving across the 3D face of that nest that he's flapping over. And, you know, it's a lot more noticeable with him as he's, you know, flapping wings. But, like, he's, from what I can see, like, unless it's an incredibly cleverly textured actual 3D model, which, I mean, I guess it could be. Like, it doesn't look like it should be casting a shadow like that, but somehow they are managing to get a shadow cast like that, which is kind of a neat trick.
I wonder about that. Try me.
Don't tell me that being stuck inside a mortal has made you insane already. If you insist, I won't stop you. Let's settle this once and for all.
Be careful.
We got enemies.
Air slash!
Owie! Huh. Well, this is a bit of a problem. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Nope, that goes under you. This guy's got a shit ton of health. This is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Nope, that's gonna miss. I don't have any abilities that hit things that are high up. Okay, now he's down here. I think we need to get him stunned if we want to accomplish anything. Or not stunned, broken. Where are you? No, come here. Come back here. Come here, you asshole. Come on, come on, break him. There it is. All right, go wild. Go wild. Oh, well, we're done. Opportunity over. You did some good work on him, though. Oh, that's the Starlight. I hadn't actually watched her cast it to see which one it was. Oh, Claude's down. Claude's down.
Sorry.
Back here, you dumbass. Come here, you. Beat him up. Beat him up. Don't stand in that. You'll die. Well, he's died. Claude gets no experience. Tough break, bro. Lunar Talisman. I believe that increases your mana.
Yes! A dragon working together with a mortal. Of all the things in the world.
Can you give me a
We have
quick
always
tear?
been alone.
Give me a little bit of a cry.
Comforting to have a companion for the first time.
I have always wished for what you now have. It's unfortunate that my feared existence is destined to be solitary.
You could maybe not kill everybody that shows up. That might go better for you.
Farewell.
Come on, guys. We gotta take down that giant bird.
Bird.
Wait a minute. Where did the bird go? He was just here.
Do you think Zane was somewhat jealous of Creepy and Weepy?
I think so.
Certainly not
yes.
jealous of their
I didn't
names.
think Zane would shed actual tears for us.
Wait, what? I don't understand what's going on here.
Listen, Ashton, are you sure you want to exorcise Creepy and Weepy from your body?
Well, of course. That's what we came here for, right?
Well, I guess that means we're going to the Salva mines next. We can only perform the ceremony at the dragon's birthplace. I doubt they would have been born anyplace else.
That's a weird assumption. Like, that's where we met them. That doesn't mean that that's where, Boy, fast travel is so awesome. Oh, I love this. God, that saved me so much time.
You're all set, Ashton. You've got the chalice and the tears. All you have to do now is recite the incantation, and it will be done.
Yeah, get rid of them, or whatever. Yeah.
I present my cursed body to the world so that it may be purified for all eternity.
Brah.
Weepy.
May my hobbled form be sanctified and cleansed of the evil with which it was stained.
Brah.
Creepy! Let my cursed body be born anew by the sacred holy water in my hand, in the light of the gods.
Yeah, I get it.
Weepy! I can't do this. I know full well that I can't. But this was the only excuse I had to travel together with you. I thought that if it weren't for this, I'd have to say goodbye and go on with my life the way it was. But now that I'm stuck with Creepy and Weepy, I don't want them to leave me. Ever.
Hooray.
I let myself get too anxious. I was too nervous to bring up what we'd do if I didn't have this excuse to be with you guys. I thought that the only way for you to accept me was to force you into taking responsibility for all this.
That's just silly, Ashton. You've been important to us ever since we first met.
An hour ago. A little more than an hour. 2 hours ago.
Thanks.
The names are terrible. slightly happier sounding growl.
Creepy? Weepy? I... So there's no reason why we can't stay good friends.
Yeah, it's
All right, Ashton?
it's one of the lower light, the lower tier of the voice acting that we've got going on currently. The names aren't helping
All right.
anything.
Thanks for putting up with me. And creepy and weepy.
Oh, not
Hooray.
at all.
They've joined the
I'm
party
glad
for
to have
real.
you with us, Ashton.
Hooray. Oh, probably got a private action. Oh, right, because we got the old herb for Eleanor. To Harley. Switch into private action.
Let's go, Reyna.
Oh, well,
Okay.
apparently we're just gonna kick into that immediately.
Eleanor!
Ashton.
What's
Did
up?
you find any Matorks?
Matorks.
Yes, it's right here.
What a strange word.
My goodness.
It's right
actually
here.
found some.
Probably the mythological herb that I really have no means of identifying, but we're just going to assume.
Please, give this to Eleanor.
Yes, right away.
Ashton, you need to calm down a little.
How am I supposed to do that, Reyna?
We've done everything we can for now. We'll just have to trust your doctor from here on. How'd it go?
It's a miracle. There's nothing left to worry about anymore.
Really?
What are you crying for, Ashton?
He's an emotional guy,
I'm
all
not
right? He
crying.
cries a lot.
I just have something in my eye.
Although
gonna
he's
go
also
upstairs for a
insecure
bit.
and can't admit it.
I had best stay by her side a little longer as well.
Whew, that turned out well.
Hooray. We did a thing. He can cry if he wants. All right, we did the thing. It's a save point. Oh, it's apparently not there if you're not in. If you're in private action mode. Okay. So we have just passed the 2-hour mark. I mentioned at the beginning of stream, I don't think you'd quite gotten here yet, Kappa, that tonight's going to be a little bit of a shorter one. So I think we'll call it here. It's a perfect opportunity now that we have just wrapped up Ashton's, side quest. Fortunately, while tonight might be short, I will also be streaming tomorrow night since I have the opportunity. So I'll be streaming tomorrow night, more of, the same here. So tonight is short. We'll wrap it up here, but tomorrow we'll be back. Yeah, see? Perfect. So yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. We made good progress. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for more. Plenty more. Tomorrow shouldn't be a short one. Tomorrow I'll be back to full time. And then Saturday in the afternoon, Saturday at 3 Central Time, I've got a collab playing Phasmophobia with Moo and some other of her friends who will be new to me, but that's fine. They seem like cool people. I've seen at least one of them on stream with Moo, so, you know, that'll all be fine. I expect all of them will be terrified, and I will be laughing my ass off. This is the outcome that I am anticipating. It should be great. If they are not sufficiently terrified, I will probably start trolling them in order to make it hilarious for me. One way or the other, I think they will be frightened. And that'll be a good time. So yeah. See you tomorrow. See you Saturday. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Initiating goodnight sequence. Dispersing appropriate dosage of compound 347. Initiating phase 1 of memory calibration. This won't hurt a bit. Just close your